Hello. In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to make one of the components in this paper quilled strawberry. If I can get a focus on that. There we go. So, right here, this little component right here will be referred to as a crescent. There's one on this side, and there's one right here on this side. So I'm just making them for the paper quilled strawberries, but of course a crescent shape could be part of many different designs. So I'm going to show you how to make the crescent. And when we're done, it should look something like this one right here. So we're going to start with loose coils. I've already made loose coils and glued the end to the side. I'm not sure if that's focusing. So, to make the crescent, we want this is being a real bugger. Oh, there we go. So to make this crescent, first look for where the end of the paper is, where it's glued to the side. It's right here. I like that to be on the base. I mean, where you want that to be, it just depends upon the design. If I put it there, then it's going to be leaning up against the other components, so you're not going to notice it. So just think about your design when you're deciding where you want the edge of your paper to be, so you can try and hide it. So you're going to grab your coil from either side with your index and your thumb. And you want the center of the coil to stay in the center. Now, how far you put your finger and thumb in relationship to the center is going to determine how long this crescent is going to be. So if I come out here and I just press down like this, it makes more kind of like a half circle. But I want it to be a longer half circle, making it a crescent. So I'm putting my finger and my thumb and index finger closer to the center, and I'm just kind of like the same kind of motion as when you would make your teardrop, but I'm pushing my thumbs upward toward the center and my forefingers down. I'm kind of almost wanting to curve it, and that is just specifically for this project because I do want this edge to kind of hug and wrap around the other components in the strawberries. So I want it to be snug to these two marquise shapes. So do need it to be curved. So again, depending upon your project, you might not need your crescent to be as curved. So you might not need to push with your thumb so much to make the curved shape. I'm not really concerned about this larger hole in the center right now, not for this design. Maybe if I was doing something else, maybe I would have been concerned about the larger hole. I'm not, because I'm going to be putting seeds in those holes. So I kind of want a space there anyway. Maybe to avoid that, you'd pay attention to, if you didn't want such a big gap, pay attention to how you're pinching and the way your hole is going. Or maybe even, I mean, I've never done this before, but you could maybe even try and pinch that center piece so that it comes closer to the center. Or you can get, say I used a slotted tool that makes a larger hole. You can get more fine tipped slotted tools. But what I didn't like about it, here it is here, it came with a cap on it, and the reason why it came like that is because the piece of metal is so fine, and you have to be very careful about how much pressure you're putting on it. And so I'm somebody who pushes and pulls pretty hard, and I'm pretty tight with my wrapping, so it basically was just ending up warping the metal. So I don't think that it really is the right tool for me. So I'm okay with a bigger hole. It just depends upon what look you're going for. So I'll show you again. I want finger or thumb and index finger on either side. I want to try and keep that center of the coil in the center. Push up with the thumbs, down with the index fingers. And again, I'm just making it this curvy just for this particular design. You might want to keep this portion more flat, then you just wouldn't push up as much with your thumbs. So that's how you make the crescent. That will be part of the kit for the strawberry. Happy quilling!